In the second half of Qatar versus Switzerland, the players were ready. They had their water. They were lined up, standing on the pitch, waiting to play football. And the referee made them wait, not for an injury, not for a safety check. He held 22 professional athletes still on the grass, a Whitney Houston song blaring over the stadium, the clock ticking, for one reason. Fox had not finished running its commercials yet. That is the World Cup in 2026. A referee holding up a live match, not for the players, not for the game, but so a television network can squeeze in the last few seconds of an ad break. And once you understand why that happened, you understand music, everything FIFA does not want you to think about while you watch. So, let us talk about the hydration break, because that name is doing an enormous amount of work. Here is the rule. FIFA has mandated a 3-minute stoppage around the 22nd minute of each half in every single one of the 104 matches at this tournament. The official clock keeps running through it, which guarantees at least 3 extra minutes of stoppage music time every half. Officially, the reason is player welfare, and in FIFA's words, ensuring equal conditions for all teams in all matches. Hydration. For the players. For their safety. Music, and here's the detail that blows the whole thing apart. The breaks happen regardless of the weather. They happen in climate-controlled domes. They happen in mild conditions. The tournament opener between Mexico and South Africa was played in Mexico City at 23 degrees music, see, a pleasant June evening. And the game was stopped at 24 minutes anyway, inside the Azteca, the cathedral where Pelé and Maradona made magic so that fans at home could watch 180 seconds of a Lowe's home improvement commercial. 23 degrees. There was no heat to protect anyone from. There was only an ad to sell. So ask the obvious question, the one FIFA keeps avoiding. Who is this actually for? Is it for the fans? Almost nobody on earth tunes into a World Cup hopping for more commercials. The entire appeal of this sport is that it does not stop. 90 minutes of unbroken, free-flowing action. No timeouts, no clock stoppages. The thing that makes it music, the beautiful game. Fans have been mocking these breaks since the first whistle. It is not for them. Is it for the players? In a furnace, sure, a drink in extreme heat is genuinely good for them, and no honest person argues otherwise. But nobody needs an emergency rehydration ceremony inside an air-conditioned dome at a comfortable temperature. The players did not ask for this. It is not for them either. So follow the money, because that's where the answer has been sitting the whole time. Back in March, FIFA announced that broadcasters would be allowed to sell advertising during these compulsory music breaks. Read that again. FIFA didn't just create the stoppages. It opened them up as brand new, dedicated, sellable ad slots in the middle of live play, which lets it charge networks a fatter premium for the television rights. And the networks pounced. Fox in the United States cuts to full-screen commercials. Broadcasters in Brazil and Ireland took the slots, too. The hydration break is a revenue product wearing a lab coat, and we know it's a choice because some broadcasters simply said no. In the United States, Telemundo refused to cut away at all, keeping the camera on the pitch, showing the huddles, the replays, the analysis. Music broadcasters in Mexico and the United Kingdom rejected the ads as well. Same break, same rule, and yet some networks managed to not interrupt the football, which means music. Every blank ad-filled cutaway on Fox was a decision, not a necessity. Then Fox got greedy music and showed its hand. FIFA's own rules says broadcasters must return from the ad break 30 seconds before play resumes. In that very first match, Fox came back from a full-screen commercial about 10 seconds after the ball was already in play. They literally missed live World Cup action to finish selling you something, a cardinal sin in sports broadcasting. Music. And the flip side is worse because it means referees are being told to music. Wait. In Brazil against Morocco, the players were ready before the 3 minutes were even up, but the restart was held until the ads had finished airing. Morocco had taken the lead minutes before that break and looked the better side. After the stoppage, the momentum was gone, and Brazil equalized soon after. A team's World Cup moment was drained away so a commercial could run to the end. Hydration. Now, here's the part that turns this from cynical into genuinely insulting. This is the same FIFA that arrived at this tournament on a crusade against wasted time. They are penalizing throw-ins not taken within 5 seconds. Substitutes have 10 seconds to get off the pitch. Goal kicks get punished for delay. They banned goalkeepers' tactical timeouts. FIFA's own head of refereeing, Pierluigi Collina, even barred players from gathering near the bench while a goalkeeper gets injury treatment because he said it disrupts the flow of the game. They are policing the match second by second to keep it moving. And then, those same officials drop the single longest deliberate stoppage in the entire sport into the middle of every half and invite all the players to gather around the coach for 3 full minutes. The exact tactical huddle they outlawed under one name, they have reinstated under another. Pochettino has been spotted breaking out a laptop during them. The Korea coach openly admitted he used the time to drill instructions into his players. FIFA banned the tactical timeout and then rebuilt it, called it hydration and sold ads against it. Jurgen Klopp put it best. Football, he said, is being held hostage by executives in air-conditioned offices. Music, and these breaks are golden cages for sponsors. Let me be fair because this channel doesn't pretend. Real heat is real. Some of these games will be played in brutal conditions. Florida is forecasting feels like temperatures around 105 degrees. In matches like that, water breaks are not just acceptable, they're essential. And anyone arguing otherwise is wrong. But that is exactly the point. If this were about heat, the rule would follow the heat the way it did from 2014 through 2022 when breaks were called at the referee's discretion only when the conditions actually demanded it. A blanket mandate that fires in every game in every dome at 23 degrees is not a heat policy. It's a billing policy. The weather is the cover story. European outlets are calling it the Americanization of soccer, which is darkly funny when you remember soccer isn't even a top 4 sport on American television. FIFA looked at the most watched free-flowing game on the planet and decided its biggest flaw was that there wasn't enough room to sell you a truck. 3 days in and this tournament keeps telling you exactly what it cares about. Ticket prices, empty seats, evidence it won't show you, and now a referee freezing a match so the ads can finish. The water breaks aren't the scandal. They're just the clearest proof yet that somewhere along the way this stopped being about the football. So what do you think? Genuine player protection or the most transparent cash grab of the whole tournament? Drop it in the comments. I read everyone. A like genuinely helps more than you'd think. And subscribe if you want World Cup coverage that won't pretend the commercial is for your own good. Football at this scale is never just a tournament. It's a moment in time. And right now FIFA is interrupting that moment on schedule twice, a music half to sell you something.